because probably typically Granby is pretty good, pretty decent. So boy, that's a rip-off. That express lane that cost like $12 or $16 or whatever ended right there. So yeah, not impressed. So I guess I'll try to film US 6 another day, but you know, US 6 might be hard to even get on the way the snow looks, and we're not up that high yet, so it could really be doing some stuff. Up over the tunnel. I mean, it's 12,000 feet. That road is 12,000. I'm not sure what it is, but I found a spot when I was looking at it on Google Earth that was 12,008 feet. So that's impressive. Really, Florida, you're going to get ahead of me. All right, take it. We are now in Empire. I believe earlier today I just heard that song, Empire, while we were down in Denver. So I'll do Berthoud. I haven't done Berthoud Pass, so I'll catch it. I know that a lot of people have done it. I think that the riding shotgun guy did it, but I guess I'm going to do it too. Oh, I got lucky. Oh yeah, I just put it in four-wheel drive at 40 miles an hour. So you know, there's no way that I'm not going to get a windshield full of junk up here. I'm not going to bother trying to get in front of people. I just don't need to. Everybody here outguns this little engine anyway. So we'll just drive it, and whatever speed we go, we go. But I'll try to keep the windshield as clean as possible. That's really my biggest goal. So if I can get rid of these jack wagons in front of me. They're probably not jack wagons, but you know, I really don't even know what one is. I just wanted to say that word. You jack wagon. Whoa! There are some pretty mountains around here. Berthoud Pass is really nice. It's a very, you know, all of these mountain roads are nice. Even this one, even I-70. I-70 is obviously annoyingly crowded. Probably going to have some streaks for a while. We're just in the nasty stuff. So, I apologize beforehand. All right, try it that way. What's with all these people? Is there a wreck up here or something? It looked to me like we've got a line of cars, a pretty big one. That usually means that somebody's blocking the road. When you see that. So we might have to sit for a half an hour or something like that. That would annoy me to no end. I would lose my cool on camera. I'd get out in front of the car and show you that I was totally losing my cool. So you know I wasn't, you know, lying to you. Acting like a tough guy. Without, you know, bringing it. Well, I think my meeting went well. Can't really talk too much about it other than I think it went well. I'm either going to slow down and let these people get ahead of me. I think I'll do that. Because my alternative is speed up and pass them, and I can certainly do that too, but I don't want to put my car through that. I also don't want to get out in this weather and have to refill my windshield. They are going pretty slow. Now there's a huge pile up too. But oh, I think I know what's going on. I think people are being diverted. Maybe Vail Pass. Maybe the tunnel there. Something's up. Look at all this traffic. Coming down from Granby and Fraser, in Winter Park. Nah, I don't buy it. There's a road closure somewhere that's diverting people onto this road. At least the snow's getting a little bit more tolerable. I don't mind this. Time to get out of these people if I can. There may not be any way. I may be just getting away from one crowd to get into another crowd. You don't even think about it, little Bronco. That Bronco was thinking about getting around. Thinking about cutting in front of me. I'm suspicious. The last time I was on this road, it was in the evening, coming back from Denver, and it was a whiteout up here. I had no idea where the road was, but I stayed on it. I mean, I guess I had enough of an idea that I knew to stay on it. There you go. You got your side down. Berthoud Pass is definitely nothing to snort at. It's really quite the pass. Really beautiful. The mountains are great. It's just a pretty place. I recognize that truck. I see him, or a truck like that. I had a friend who drove a truck that was the same, probably one of those trucks. He hauled alcohol from Denver to Craig. So, yeah, check out this wall. These cars have me beat. I can't get around them. There we go. There we go, Texas. And wherever you might be. New York, looks like maybe. Tacoma. No, did I cuss? Oh, come on. This is the thing about doing this kind of driving. You get behind people that don't know what to do, really. There are 2 lanes here, and there's a snowplow. That snowplow is only taking up 1 lane. He doesn't have his wing blade out. But yet, for some reason, all of these people are like, oh no, we better not pass him. We better not. So they're stacking up behind this guy when they should be getting around him. They're making a problem where there shouldn't be a problem. And there's nothing I can do about it. I guess be patient. But they are being stupid. I guess I could go into the other lane. Pass these people on the left. I don't really want to do that, though. I'm not in a big hurry, really. So it's not like I've got a meeting. I just would like to get back home. So I guess I'll just put up with it. I'm confounded here. Quite confounded. Maybe this snowplow will get out of our way now. It looks like we're probably at the summit. Maybe not. I don't remember. I don't take this road enough. I know there's a little ski area. It seemed like off the side, off over the summit. Maybe that's what this is here. A little rest area thing. So the crappy thing about that is that now that the snowplow driver's out of the way, we don't have a passing lane anymore. Everyone here got their chances squandered by somebody who was a stupid driver up there. You can call him safe if you want, but he could have got around that snowplow. That snowplow was not making any land speed record. That snowplow was moving reasonably slow. No. It's funny too. I truly tried to pick 2 days where there wouldn't be snow, and as you can see, I'm not much better than the weatherman. Or actually, they might. I was 0%. That's how bad I was. Yeah, I'll wait till we get down here. There's the fold in. Like that. Probably one of the reasons that I like my route is that I don't have to put up with too many people like this. I mean, they're just going, they're not doing bad, really, but maybe the issue is that I know I can go a lot faster and I can do it safely. And that's probably really the big issue. But you're hearing my stream of consciousness, right? So you're hearing my thoughts, and my thoughts aren't necessarily correct. It's just that I'm impatient, and I fight that. I try not to be impatient, but it's easy to be impatient. All you have to do to be impatient is just not wait. I mean, that's really what being impatient is about. Don't have that mindset to wait. Yeah, I can't really. Yeah. The way it looks to me, I think the trough road is going to be my my way back. I could do Gore Pass. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. I'm just tired of driving in the snow. I would rather drive in less snow. And my thinking about that is that this thing moved in yesterday and it's cold. So there's a really good chance that Gore Pass will have, well, not Gore Pass, but the trough road will be snowy up high. But that it will also be a little bit clear down low and probably not muddy. I'm thinking that because there's not much sun, and there is cold and there's snow, that it might just be snow-packed, which will be fine. I mean, I don't mind that too much. My coffee has lasted really well. I think I'm getting to the end of it. I typically don't even like to start drinking it until after I've got at least 80 miles, but I had to drive through Denver, and it's a long and slow process, so I broke my own rule. I've only gone 66 miles today so far. So I have quite a healthy long drive coming up. The snow on Berthoud Pass is pretty impressive too. You can see they've pushed it pretty far over, but it's not like rabbit ears by any stretch of the imagination. But rabbit ears is a special place. It really gets hammered with snow. Boy, I hope we're not blocked. Well, actually, there are two ways that I could go. Let's say, for instance, Byers Canyon is blocked or something. But that doesn't make any sense. There was so many people on this road that I think people are using it like maybe they're using Berthoud like steamboat travelers. That would make sense to me because a lot of people come and go from Steamboat. It's really busy. And if you put all those people on this road, on 40, rather than where they could go down 131 or Highway 9, 131 being the state bridge, you can get to the interstate from there. We've never done that. I've never filmed that. And Highway 9 coming from Kremling and going to I-70. If you take all those people and stick them on 40, that would be what we have over on the other side. There's a lot of traffic coming up this road. A whole lot more traffic coming up it than going our direction. So maybe maybe Vail Pass is closed. That's a potential thing, because one of the things that the riding shotgun guy talks about is the Californication of CDOT, you know. And they close I-70 down. They used to never do that. Now they do that, and they snarl everything up. And as far as I'm concerned, I think he's right. I think it's all done to hinder industry and to hinder commerce. I think that the communists are that bad, and we do have a bunch of communists in Colorado. So that's a real shame. You know, it makes me think that I'd like to move out of Colorado, really, truly. Go to a state that isn't under communist rule. Because right now, as far as I'm concerned, Colorado is under communist rule. So I won't get into it. You know, it's kind of funny. I am, you know, an older guy, and so I'm that grumpy old man, like, get off my lawn, you kids. I'm kind of that guy now. But just remember that I would rather put music to this channel, kind of like what Freeway Jim does. I really like his videos. If you haven't heard of Freeway Jim, you need to search Freeway Jim, and you need to watch his videos. The guy, I take my hat off to him. He does great work, and his video quality is great. It's 1080, but it's also 1080 60 frames per second, and that is a huge difference. I would love to have 4K 60. I have 4K 20. Actually, it's like 29 point something. I would like to have 4K UHD 60, because if you think my videos are clear now, you would see them on 4K 60, and they would be stellar. And there's a camera out there that I wouldn't mind having that would probably fit right on the mount that I've made, that I could use. You know, I secretly wish that Sony would do a hardware, well, not a hardware, but a firmware upgrade on their camera that would allow, you know, us users of this particular camera to shoot 4K 60. So anyway, probably not going to happen. But there is a camera out there. I think it's a Panasonic, but it's a couple $1,000s, and really, you know, I don't mind having something like that, but I really can't justify buying another expensive camera for a channel that YouTube may or may not squash with this gigantic Bigfoot. So, but I do the best with what I've got. But Freeway Jim, I mean, the stuff is great. The music is great. It's really good. And if you like these kind of videos, I mention it from time to time quite a bit. Watch my sister's videos, Woman at the Wheel. That's her channel. And she moves horse trailers around. I haven't talked to her lately, but I watched her latest video where she actually went on a dirt road, which is rare for her. You know, I'm looking for dirt roads to go on. She avoids them. And I did notice that her audio quality got really bad. I was having a really hard time hearing her. So if this video gets published, and I haven't talked to her before, and she sees this, Sue, your audio quality was really sketchy. So But I like watching her stuff. And I don't mention Bill very much, but Bill is in the background keeping things running for Sue. And I've never seen somebody as good with machines as Bill. And he knows it. He knows he's got the gift. He is a machine whisperer. And I've told him, and it's true, I quite believe it. I can build a machine. I've built machines before for different things. I can build the machine. But Bill could troubleshoot the machine that I built better than I could troubleshoot it. And I'm not kidding. He's just got a head for that. I did put out a relatively, I guess you could say, it's probably a relatively boring video for probably 999 people out of 1,000 on my Old Town channel, where I built a boiler feed pump, a little one. I built that for a steam generator that I'm working on. And I kind of went through that and talked about it. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, check out my Old Town channel and watch that. And I hate to say it, but I understand why everyone does it. If you don't like and you're not subscribing, please do. Even if you don't want to watch my channel again, just subscribe to it. Make YouTube suck it up and subscribe and like. Why do I say that? Well, I'm ideologically opposed to the people that run YouTube. And people like me get censored. People like me don't get recommendations. People like me get canceled and run off of this platform. And that's not fair at all. You would think that if the left is so good and great, they wouldn't have any problem debating the right. But the problem is the left is not good. They might be powerful, but they do not have a logical, reasonable argument for the kind of political system that they are desperately trying to install everywhere. All the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The leftists are always at work trying to push communism right in to our democracy. And they've done a pretty good job of it. And I talk about this a lot. Again, the grumpy old man banging my fist and yelling at the kids to get off the lawn and all that stuff. Probably kind of that way nowadays. But I do have a sense of humor. And I do try to, I try to tie things up with a joke once in a while, because humor is great. Yet another thing that the people on the left don't particularly understand is humor. Apparently the left really hates memes. A meme, well, I get it. A meme is a very powerful thing. It's an image, or an image and a couple of words that describes the truth of a situation. And it's so powerful that it can't be, it's very hard to overcome that truth. Once seen, yeah. And so the left hates that. They've been trying to get rid of memes for a long time. And I think Steven Crowder was talking about that. So here we are in Winter Park. I think there's a passing lane here, but you know, I don't know the road well enough to jump out there. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother. I don't need to rush. So I'm not going to. So anyway, I built a little boiler feed pump, and I've got this steam generator that I am working on. And I went through and described it on my Old Town channel. And it's a reasonable video. There was one segment in there that I inadvertently left in that I should have cut out, where I'm going off about aluminum casting, and that was a mistake I didn't catch. But I'm not going to recut the video for that. Anyway, I will continue working on that. It was kind of cool. I've got the valves that I need working really well. And during the video, I was complaining because I bought these one-way valves, not a lot of money, but $10 each, and neither one of them worked at all. Now maybe they would work with high pressure. You know, because I'm actually, that little pump works very slowly, and it very slowly builds up pressure. It doesn't do anything fast. So it doesn't get the kind of high pressure push that might be required for it to work. Yeah, this guy's speeding up on me. Why do you do that? Why do you do that, buddy? What is your reason? What have I done to you to make you want to speed up and keep me from getting around you? What giant sin have I committed? None? I didn't think so. Yeah, you too, buddy. Looks to me. So here we are in Winter Park. Well, in the town now. I guess we were at the resort. Passed through the resort earlier. We're at the town. You know, it's interesting that when I talk about the weather and the snow, I really don't talk about it from the viewpoint of a skier. The skiers must love this. Although spring snow isn't the best snow. It's really, it's just not the best snow. I think that's probably the best way to put it. That was the guy that didn't want me to pass him. He was sped up when I was going around him. Maybe we just have that in our society. Maybe the passive-aggressive drivers are everywhere. I actually have to stop myself from doing that if I'm not paying attention sometimes. This guy doesn't want me to pass him if he's racing me, but the blow dude. Let's see what we're gonna do. Stop here in Fraser. Oh no. Could actually stop here in Fraser. Wow, they've got another sort of communist style fire station going on here. Yeah. So this guy's probably tickled pink that he was able to stay in front of me. Again, I don't really care, but I do hate getting stuff on my windows. But it's looking a little better. This guy's a local, he knows where all the holes are. So it is kind of worth following you, mister. I'm gonna... Yeah, we're gonna stop here. And this guy can't stop me now. No, you can't stop me. Oh. Yeah, and I'm going to use the facilities here because I'm just used to doing that. And yeah, just go about business this way. Okay, straight ahead of us is Gore Pass in that bunch of clouds and snow, and it just gets thicker the further north we go. And when we swing around to the left down here, you'll be able to see the difference between Gore Pass, which isn't that bad, isn't as bad as Rabbit Ears. And you'll see the difference between Gore Pass, which is basically right in front of us. They're having a snowstorm. No doubt they're having a snowstorm up there on Gore Pass. It's not surprising. It's a quite difficult section of road. So now we're swinging around a little bit more to the left. Notice you can see that hillside. Now you may not be able to see what I'm trying to point out, but I'll see if I can show it to you. Okay, so I'm going to turn kind of slowly. All right, so Gore Pass is directly ahead of us right now. Or no, Gore Canyon, I'm sorry. The trough road is over on the left side of that hill. I can actually see the entire hill. That doesn't mean that they're not getting snow at some place, at some point. However, the fact that I can see the top of the hill and that I can, you know, I mean, I can see it. So that's, yeah, I'm going that way. I don't want to mess with, I'm tired of driving in the snow. I will save that. I'll save my extraordinarily good driving skills so that I don't waste them. Well, we're at it. Well, I guess not. I thought maybe we missed that samurai and was hiding behind a school bus or something. Maybe that guy, you know, so I assume it was a guy. Why? Because it was a guy that bought a samurai. Not that women wouldn't, but I'll tell you, that's generally a guy thing, and probably 99.9% of the women out there would say, yeah, that's typically a guy thing. Even the women that would take something like that on would probably say that. So sad it wasn't there. All right, I just wanted to show you that why I'm making the decision that I'm making. So it's going to be more time coming down this way. But I don't particularly care. I would rather spend a little more time on a nicer road, even a muddy road. But I'm looking at this blacktop, or at the blacktop here, and this doesn't look bad. And what I noticed when I looked at the radar this morning, their projected radar basically showed an area, this area, where all the clouds were going around, I guess. And I know it was a projection, it was a forecast, but this area is typically drier than the whole ring of mountains around it, which is one of the reasons I think it makes such a good, road to, to choose when you have that choice. So if I find anything to film up here, I'll certainly fire the camera back up. And anyway, okay.